Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the Pacific Station Soccer Center. This is Abtin Mohammadi. Today, we take a look at the FIFA Confederations Cup 2013, the dream final, Brazil versus Spain, the game that emphasizes by everyone as the revolution of the new era. Two powerhouses with the best class of the football facing each other for the first time in a major tournament. Confederations Cup consisting of the 8 teams from different 8 confederations, the champions of each confederation facing each other once of every 4 years to kick off the preparation before the World Cup and also raising the potential to challenge in the biggest tournaments. However, this tournament has its own moments and a story that could be attached to team's success or failure in the future. Most intriguing teams has been kick off their tournament in 2 groups of 4 teams, and Spain and Brazil dominant went through and they're facing each other in Rio de Janeiro for the first time. Today we take a look at the highlights and we emphasizes the game and break down the moments that could be memorable for everyone and turn into the most historic games of the footballing international. I hope you enjoy. We take a look at it. Thank you. It is a beautiful Sunday evening in Rio de Janeiro as sunset is brighter than ever when the famous Estadio de Maracana that has a lot of memories attached to it will be hosting one of the most prestigious games in the recent years. Pelé made his legends here and now Selecao is on the verge of another masterful achievement. And this sublime talented 21 years old Neymar started his international reputation by guiding Selecao to the final, rising his game to the pathway of the legends. They have to face the world and European champions of Spain that had established most promising historic record in the last 5 years. Fans showing so much enthusiasm to celebrate their nation, and then would-be emphasizes this is the battle of the new generation of most entertaining style versus perhaps the greatest international team ever assembled in the history of the game. Both Spain and Brazil confederations presenting FIFA President Sepp Blatter with a national autograph in dedication to Nelson Mandela, who is passing the recovery in hospital. World champion has undefeated record of 29 consecutive matches, while Brazil has not lost a competitive home game since 75. So it will be fascinating as one team will pull the strings and aim to shift the supremacy ahead of the next year's tournament. This trophy will symbolizes the new triumph in this historic battle. The dream game and once in the new century. This magician, who had been signed by Barca in $57 million at the end of the last season, facing his future teammates like Andres Iniesta, Xavi and Gerard Piqué, when he tends to mark his exciting legacy along with them. But before that, he has a vital mission to inspire his nation succeeding against these men, whom are perhaps the biggest rivals to Brazil at the moment. They're looking to authorize their pedigree and give Neymar his toughest international experience. The Grand Pitch is willing to crown the best giant and transpire the roots of the star. And this man, number 2 defender Dani Alves, is pretty aware of a Spanish philosophy of the play and will keep the Brazilian defense firm when Neymar leading the attack. Brazil wants to ease the pressure by delivering new achievements in response to high expectations, and Spain has desired to repeat the long-lasting winning history and define their delightful tiki-taka philosophy. The battle of the king of the beautiful style versus the reigning dominance of the world's game and the dream zone that emphasized by experts as legitimately most compelling sport duel in recent years is about to begin, arguably most historic stadium in the world and wonderful view from height. Brazil versus Spain, 2 great coaches, Luis Felipe Scolari and Vicente Del Bosque, both provide spectacular aspects of attacking play that significantly boosted their title credential for the World Cup. However, in the semi-final, Uruguay made it very difficult for Brazil and Spain struggled to inspire against Italy. So both teams need to slightly improve if they want to win the tournament next year, and this battle will determine their true potential. The land with love and passion for the game will be in dreamland tonight. Players shaking hands, their eyes cheering as looking at each other. No doubt this is the contest of the ultimate beauty and joy, but intensity of the rivalry encourages either to fight as one will be triumphed and the other will be disappointed. The fully emotional fans will be experiencing an amazing night that will remain ultimately as the pride of the dignity for both. And Brazil's lineup attacking 4-3-3 formation. The solid back four ensures 2 central midfielder, Paulina and Luis Gustavo Diaz, press effectively as a holding role, and while they're switching off in the midfield, allow a skillful Oscar to control the ball and linking with wider attacker. And Neymar with his flair and creativity, consistently drifting inside from left-hand side, exploit the spaces behind the Spanish defense and provide killing passes for the threat to score. And the big day for this Dutch referee, Buhan Kupiers, who is supported by fellow countrymen Sander van Rockel and Erwin Siniestra. And the fourth official is Felix Brecht from Germany. They, including the official team that also will be remembered this game in very special night with a career of refereeing. And the Spanish head coach Vicente Del Bosque lined up his team with 4-3-2-1 formation, which is another version of the 4-3-3 in more defensive-minded, in which the famous dimension of the three central midfielder, Xavi and Sergio Busquets, control the tempo of the game, while Andres Iniesta orchestrating the attacking movements in deep position as an attacking playmaker. And while he's interchanging with the Juan Pablo Manuel Mata and Pedrito Rodriguez, who play as an alternate striker on the other side of the flank and tends to play Fernando Torres inside and find the spaces to score, will have a chance for Spain to change the tactic and be able to score tonight. The fact that they have been lacking against Italy in the semi-final. It means Xavi must distribute the good passes and Sergio Busquets must protect the backline and cover the spaces in the holding midfield. Highly experienced squad, however. Very mellow temperature tonight, and the amazing venue with the heated intensity from the fans prove this will be a memorable match. Brazilian aims getting to the Spain center half. Now Marcelo has the ball. Start crossing. The Oscar gets a touch. Neymar has a chance to go in forward. Alvaro Arbeloa pushing him slightly down. Spain under pressure. Aim to clear the ball. Iniesta gets a touch. The ball back into Brazil's midfield. It's obvious that Brazilians have seen Spain's highlight game in semi-final against Italy, and that aim to bring intensity and put them under pressure from the beginning of the game. That's the venue that has been featured, the lineup and also the way they play. Hulk running to the ball, a good chance. Well, it seems like offside. The play has to pull back. Fast start by Brazilian, however. Italian did the same approach, beginning the game in the semi-final against Spain with intensity and put them under tremendous pressure. David Luiz, the great crossfield change on the right-hand side. Hulk the ball on his chest, has a chance to play. Oscar gets a touch, back to Hulk. He has a cross to the back post. Neymar, fell on the ground. Towards the back of the net. And the ball is back on a wonderful start for Brazilian. The host nation break world champions' heart. Fifth goal in the tournament. The best goal scorer for Brazil. Fred, informed striker. And what a great move at the start by David Luiz. His diagonal ball on the right-hand side has been played wonderfully by Hulk. He got it a little space behind Jordi Alba and make a very small play with Oscar on top of the box. But his cross caused trouble. Neither Alvaro Arbeloa or Gerard Piqué able to clear the ball. Neymar involved, but Fred's presence of mind while he was on the ground was enough for Brazil to score. The ball hit Neymar's feet, squeeze past Alvaro, while Fred got in front of the Gerard Piqué and managed to block his view. He lifted over Iker Casillas and taken Brazil to 1-0. Luis Felipe Scolari cheering and Spanish stunned. Good chance for Spain on the left-hand side. Pablo Manuel Mata cross into the box. What a chance. Looks like a handball. Could it be penalty? Watching the replay. Yes, the cross and got deflection off Marcelo's arm. And Pedrito Rodriguez referring to the handball, the penalty, but referee has no belief in that, not taking any decision. Bayernman Luis Gustavo Diaz picking up Neymar wide. Brazilian playmaker. Racing overlap. Marcelo has a good chance for Brazil. Oscar. What a chance. He could double the lead. Another attack, good attack by Brazilian. This time, Neymar releasing Marcelo. Poor touch by Alvaro Arbeloa. The ball went to the path of the Fred. And his clever back heel set up Oscar. But look at Jordi Alba that's coming inside. His effective move closed the angle for Oscar and he sent his shot wide. Brazil plays so wise in the final third of the pitch, breaking Spain's initial pressure, playing quick ball on the flanks and using continued pace to exchange passes and play behind Sergio Busquets. in the gap that happened in the Spanish midfield. And they immediately putting pressure high up the pitch as soon as the Spanish tend to build up from back. That's why Luis Vicente Del Bosque's men are really able to initiate a safe pass from back to the midfield. It's because Luis Paulinho and Gustavo Diaz pressing effectively and they retain the ball with intensity, allow Neymar to go forward and create chances. Interception from Paulinho in the midfield. Iniesta not able to get the ball. Spanish under pressure. Pedro Rodriguez play his back. And Spanish rushly clear the ball in the Brazilian midfield. Very good pressing as well by Brazil, not allowing Spain any spaces. Neymar on the left-hand side, gets a touch, nail it. Sergio Busquets tackle. Look at Brazil pressure. Oscar now has the ball. The Spanish tends to retain the ball. Iniesta has it. He loses the ball. Brazilian keep pressing. Paulinho chips the ball over the line. Oh, what a chance for Brazil. And Iker Casillas had a good reaction. Got a step back and saved the ball. Very smart and intense tactic by Brazilian, blocking all the space to the Spanish and not allowing them any space. And once they have the ball, interchanging quickly and killing the final pass. Good chip by Paulinho. He's seen Casillas coming out of his line. And he got a counter attack for Brazil. Marcelo releasing Neymar. It could be a foul. Truly will be a foul. Yellow card, of course. Alvaro Arbeloa. Really counter attack. That's exactly how Brazil wants to play. Quick pressing, getting tight to a Spanish player, and forcing them to lose possession and forming a counter attack and letting Neymar running into the exposed gap in the Spanish defense. Iniesta wasn't able to manage to control the ball, but this seems Alvaro Arbeloa had made a little bit too rush of the work. Neymar obviously got past the half line and a squeeze pass. Alvaro with his pace, he grabbed his arms and it's a far distance from midfield to the goal, but it could be a good chance for Brazil and deserve yellow card for Arbeloa. Neymar made a very good game tonight. The Spanish on the front foot. Jordi Alba looking for option. Iniesta. Xavi. The space all has been shut down by Brazil. Torres back to Iniesta. Midfielder. Oh, deciding to send his 25-yard shot to the near post that Julius Cesar saved that to his right. Barca playmaker rarely had chance to operate. Try his chances from set piece distance with his shot. Set piece by a Spanish corner. Nice shot by Andres Iniesta. Seemingly the ball was going wide, but taking notice by Julius Cesar saving the ball to the corner. Alright, counter attack by Brazil. Hot going, bursting forward, picking up. Neymar on his wide, and this could be a free kick. Absolutely a foul. Another chance for Brazil. Oscar running into the exposed Spanish defense and forcing Sergio Ramos to tucking him down. Free kick for Brazil. Hulk sent his left-footed shot high over the bar. Another cannot think about Brazil and Spain. Disposes. Look at Jordi Alba leaving the gap at the fullback. Neymar picking the ball. Has a chance. Oh, it's a perfect pass for Fred. And a chance to shoot the ball. Oh, what a save by Casillas. Wonderful moment. Once again, Neymar. Good work. He coming inside with the precise through pass in the path of the Fred. The striker sent his Laurent shot, but Casillas was smart to save the ball with his feet. Another good chance for Brazil. Now Spain in the midfield. Torres with a turn. Plenty of space ahead of the Pablo Mata. Good pass for the Pedro Rodriguez. Braces the ball. Shoot the ball. What a clearance by David Luiz. Magnificent piece of defending by the Chelsea centre-back. Wise play by Juan Pablo Manuel Mata. He switched it wide off for the on-run Pedro Rodriguez on the top of the box. And he had a good decision to send his Laurent shot under Julius Cesar. But look at David Luiz make a perfect run and goal line clearance that denies Spain's best chance in the first half. Gets a touch with his right foot and shoot it with his left. But David Luiz was so quick to track the ball and clear it off the line. Good chance for Brazil. Save the ball. And the Brazil in the midfield has plenty of space to run. Oscar picking up Neymar once again on the left-hand side. He has the ball. Looking at the option. Back to Oscar. He has a chance to move inside with his left foot. Oh, what a goal. What a moment for the 21 years old. He certainly made his mark and history of his football career. Absolutely amazing. But look at his tactically understanding the game and his wonderful combination with Oscar. He had a very smart move. Once he had the ball on top of the box, looking at the Spanish defensive line, he decided to play back Oscar and put himself onside, get away from Alvaro Arbeloa. And once he received the pass from Oscar, he set up his left-footed shot, and this is unstoppable. Left-footed that goes on the side of the crossbar. But good understanding from his teammate Oscar. When he had the ball, he paused, looking at Neymar's move, and he sent a return pass. And number 10 has this wonderful, unstoppable left-footed shot that Iker Casillas cannot do anything about it. It's very precise and with quality. 2-0 for Brazil at the end of the first half. Very dominant and effective strategy. There has been dismantled Spanish attacking rhythm, and they were so quick and flattering in attack. David Luiz celebrating the second goal, and his wonderful first half with Julio Cesar. Yes, Brazilian going to the halftime, happy on the verge of completing their target and winning the game, although Spanish has to make a lot of change. Cesar Azpilicueta replacing Alvaro Arbeloa that has been outplayed completely by Neymar in the first half. Spanish needs to make a little bit more play and being composed in defense, maybe releasing some pressure from the Brazil. But Selecao putting pressure right from the beginning of the second half. Marcelo got the ball, managed to hold the ball down, playing Oscar. Now Hulk has a chance. He can make a good pass for Fred. On top of the way he run into it, and this is a 3-0. Another smart and delightful movement by Brasilia in the beginning of the second half, not allowing Spain to concentrate and get on the back foot, but using the pace and intensity. This time Marcelo did a very good job challenging and winning the ball. Was playing Oscar, he had involved, but the touch by Hulk turned out to be the linking play. And he is smartly finding Fred on top of the box. But look at Neymar's off-the-ball movement. He bringing out Cesar Azpilicueta and left Fred unmarked and running to the box, and it was managed to send his low-range shot precisely, went through the legs of the Cesar Azpilicueta and into the near post. And 3-0 for Brazil. Fred, his 6th goal in the tournament, and Brazilian fans that couldn't expect this moment, and tonight will be the game that always remember, far from the imagination. 2 goals, 6 goals in the tournament, and 2 assists in very effective and wonderful match. Now Jesus Navas in the box, classic right winger, has a chance for Spain, and it's a penalty. Now really being able to make any movement into the box of the Brazilian. Jesus Navas uses pace. It's obvious that Marcelo got a cleach behind his ankle and tucking him on the ground. A penalty for Spain. That chance to consolate. Sergio Ramos sent his shot wide off the post. And certainly Spain's slim chance coming back to the game has been destroyed. Look at the mental pressure and psychologically down, as Sergio Ramos usually converted this penalty from the spot. But this time, even Julio Cesar reading his move, but obviously he loses concentration and sends his shot wide off the post. Spain continue pressing, looking for option to get into the Brazil box. Little flick by Pedro Rodriguez, combined with Iniesta. Iniesta himself sent his low-range shot, but was weak enough, and Julio Cesar controlled the ball. Now Fred, halfway through the line, the ball down at the crafty combination. What a pass by Neymar. Sent all through Julio Cesar. Oh my God, what a moment for Brazil. Okay, Casillas coming out of his line. Look at the breaking Spanish defense with the penetration and fast interchanging passes between Neymar and Hulk. But Jordi Alba was faster to clear the ball. Now, ineffective Fernando Torres coming out, and David Villa has given some more fresh energy for Spain. Neymar has a good chance. Another wonderful pass. Look at, he cuts the ball between 2 Spanish defender. Once again, Marcelo has a good overlap behind the Spanish defense, but his last ball lacked the accuracy. Good pass by Neymar. Drifting inside Marcelo, but his last pass didn't go inside into the right target. The Spanish desperately looking for find some chance to get back into the game. Xavi, Jesus Navas once again on the right hand side, can use his pace, get into the box, but his shot went too high over the bar. Once again, Sergio Ramos' face, very disappointedly watching his ball going off the post. And at the moment that the Spanish has been truly recognized, this not will be their night. The Spanish continue pressing, looking for options, rarely able to create any chance. Cannot get into the gear and their attacking rhythm. The tiki-taka interchanging position football has not been laid in tonight. Jordi Alba loses the ball. Another counter-attack can be turned on. The long diagonal ball. Neymar dribbling the first player. Yes, can he use his pace and technique? Certainly beating Gerard Piqué. And this means second yellow card. Certainly the red card and the Spanish reduced to 10 men. Once again, counter-attack and high-tempo game by Brazilian. Losing the long ball on top of the Spanish midfield. And one a quick touch by Hulk or Fred is enough to make a very fast linking play by Neymar, and that's what exactly they want. As he controlled and running to the Spanish midfield, he's able to dribbling the last player and then left Gerard Piqué with no option other than bringing the talented 21 years old down. Now make a Spanish work much more difficult and giving more confidence for Brazil as they will getting close to dominate the game, achieve their destiny. 3-0 and the one man short, Gerard Piqué, disappointingly leaving the field. The night that will be turned out a nightmare in his career. And of course his fiancée, that assuming could celebrate another night with his fancy, famous Barca centre back. But it seems this partner cannot lift any sight of the relief tonight. And the Spanish are just 10 men. And Vicente Del Bosque wondering what things went wrong tonight, as everything comes down to this young genius. He has another chance to put his name on the scoreboard. Oh, sending his curling free kick that went over the bar with inch difference. Good shot. He's seeing the top corner, but his ball just went over top of the bar. Another retaining ball by Brazilian can form a counter attack. Paulinho racing Neymar. Oh, you glad he break into the Spanish defense's pace. Can he go forward? He still hasn't managed the ball. But this time the Spanish were quicker to surrendering him and make a good cover once he get to the box. He used his technique to penetrate, as having a space that the Spanish already has been gapped by moving forward, but Cesar Azpilicueta was the last man to put pressure on him and force to losing the ball. Now Fred has successfully put his name on the score sheet and leading Brazil to the trophy, leaving the pitch, and Joe, 21 years old, that has 2 goals in the tournament coming to the game. Deep move by Spain. Good chance for Pedro Rodriguez. Oh, the good challenge that comes from David Villa used his physical strength to push away Thiago Silva and redirect the ball with his head to the path of the Pedrito Rodriguez and set up the midfielder with a good angle to send his left foot shot, but look at brilliant Julio Cesar that tied the angle and dived to his left to save the ball. And rarely one of the good chances Spanish had tonight has been missed again. And another chance for Brazil. Joe getting around his defender. He's 3-on-2, has a space to go forward, decides to send his shot. Iker Casillas saved the ball. That's a good move by Brazilian. Once again, the Spanish exposed in the defense, had plenty of space for Joe. He decided to send his left-footed shot to the near post, but Iker Casillas already had tied the angle and was able to reflect on and save the ball. Jesus Navas breaking into the Brazil's defenders. Good pass, cross on the top of the box for David Villa. It was a good chance. Really was able to use his pace and breaking to the spaces. And Jesus Navas was able to lift the ball on top of the Brazilian defense. This time David Villa also sent his shot, but once again Julio Cesar was brilliant. Paulinho coming off the pitch, one of the players that nominated for the player of the tournament, very effective and absolutely useful in Brazil's strategy And one thing is they cannot stabilize his position for the next year's World Cup if he continues that form. And now Hernanes coming to the game. Brazilian ready to celebrate their championship. Wonderful and devastating pace. Playing very beautiful interchanging football. Having Neymar and this talented man, Oscar, playing their best football and dismantle the Spanish attacking rhythm and breaking in the defensive half, lift Brazil into the game, that pathway to the winning another trophy. So many points that has been added to the Brazil confidence by the victory. A lot of things has to be worked and should be working in the process for the next year. But certainly the confidence now added to the squad, the young generation of the Brazilian have produced a wonderful, masterful football that truly signal as the most stern test against the best team in the world. Spanish, however, has to eradicate some weaknesses for the next year World Cup, and they have to find out how to resolve their problems and make a balance with their strengths and quality if they want to repeat their title and win the championship next year. 2 games, the 2 different styles, but the result has been certainly left to the Brazil's ultimate happiness, and Spanish has certainly exposed for the first time in the major tournament the game that will authorize as Brazilians supremacy for the Confederations Cup, and Spain has to think a lot and make a lot of change for the next year. Thank you for watching. Abtin Mohammadi, Pacific Station Soccer Center.